Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Target 100 in Mathematics by Shivesh Kumar Singh. And today we are going to talk about geometric sequence or geometric progression. Okay, let's start the lesson. See, in my last video I have told you about arithmetic progression. So in that continuation, what is geometric progression? If A2 divided by A1 equal A3 divided by A2 is equal to A4 divided by A3 and so on. It is equal to, like last term is AN divided by AN minus 1 is equal to R. Means if ratio of two consecutive terms remains same, then the sequence A1, A2, A3 and so on AN will be in GP, geometric progression. Okay, this is the basic concept of geometric progression. Means ratio of two consecutive terms will remain same. For example, suppose we have 2, 4, 8, 16, 32 and so on. So what you can see here, if you divide 4 by 2, then you will get 2. 8 divided by 4, you will get 2. Means every consecutive terms will have ratio of 2 with its previous term. Okay, so like this it is forming a GP. Similarly, you can have 1, 1 over 2, 1 over 4, 1 over 8 and so on. So here also you can see that ratio is 2. Okay, and here that constant ratio is called common ratio. As in AP we were saying common difference, so here it is called common ratio. Okay, ratio means division, so by that you can remember it. Now, so this was about geometric progression. And now, as you have studied some formulae in arithmetic progression, so parallel formulae here in geometric progression also. For example, if you want to find nth term of a GP, nth term of a geometric progression, what is that? It is an is equal to a r raised to the power n minus 1. What is a here? A is the first term, a is the first term and r is the, it is not d, it is r. R is the common ratio. R is the common ratio. Okay, and what is n? N is that specific term what we have to find. Okay, if you have to find 10th term, then n will be 10. If you have to find 5th term, then n will be equal to 5. Okay. For example, suppose we question is find 5th term in, find the 5th term in the expansion. Say for example they say 4, then 16, then 64, like that. Okay, so you can see here first term is 4, common ratio is r, that is 16 divided by 4 means 4. Okay, my dear students, here one thing you will check here, that not only with the first one you just divide it and find the common ratio. Okay, definitely you will check this also, just to make sure that whether it is a common ratio same or there is some mistake. Okay, so make sure that common ratio is coming same for all the consecutive two terms ratio. Okay, now after this n is equal to 5 because we have to find 5th term. So now we can put the formula here. A5 is equal to a times r to the power n minus 1, means 4 times 4 to the power 4, means it is 4 raised to the power 5. I think it will be 1024. Just check with the calculation. Okay, now like this you can find the nth term of a GP. Okay, now I will discuss some important questions from NCRT or for R.D. Sharma, okay, or from any other book. So just try to understand these questions. For example, question is, if pth, qth, rth terms of a GP are A, B, C respectively, then prove that. Okay, see, we'll see this part later on. First you see A, B, C are the pth, qth and rth term. So since small a is already given in the question, small r is also given in the question, so we will take first term as capital A and common ratio as capital R. Okay. Now, so pth term means AP is equal to AR raised to the power P minus 1 by using the nth term formula, and it is equal to, not here small a and small r, it is capital A and capital R, okay, and it is equal to small a because it is already given in the question. Now another equation can be qth term is equal to B, means it is equal to A R to the power Q minus 1. Similarly, rth term is C and it will be equal to A R raised to the power C minus 1. Okay. Now, we, after getting these values of A, B and C, just put these values here in left hand side. So what is left hand side? What we have to prove here? A to the power Q minus R times B to the power R minus P times C to the power P minus Q. So just place the values. So value of A is AR raised to the power P minus 1 to the whole power Q minus R times value of B from here. It is A R raised to the power Q minus 1 to the whole power R minus P times C, means AR to the power C minus 1 to the whole power P minus Q. Okay. See, my dear students, there are a lot of questions, a lot of variation in the question of sequence and series. But you know, formulae are very limited, but you will have to be very, very careful with the calculation. Okay. Just keep an eye on right hand side, what we have to prove. So here we are dealing with power. So it means if we have to show it is 1, then we have only two choices. Either we get base as 1 because any number to the power 1 is equal to 1, or we must get power as 0. So any number to the power 0 will be equal to 1. So just keep an eye on all these options. Okay. Now, what formula we are going to use here? That since we have a whole powers, so AB to the whole power C will be equal to A to the power C times B to the power C. And another formula what I am going to use here is A to the power B to the whole power C. It will be equal to A to the power B C. Okay. These two formula I will use here. Now let's apply it here. It is A to the power Q minus R times R to the power P minus 1 times Q minus R times A to the power R minus P times R to the power Q minus 1 times R minus P times A to the power P minus Q times R to the power C minus 1 times P minus Q. Okay. Now, see all the terms of A, just write them together and add the power because all of them are in multiplication. So it is A to the power Q minus R plus R minus P plus P minus Q. And here you can see all powers will be cancelled out because this is positive Q, this is negative Q. Negative R, positive R, negative P, where is positive P? This is positive P actually. Okay. So this is P also cancelled out. Now, what about R? R to the power, just expand all the brackets with multiplication. So it will be PQ minus Q minus R plus R and minus RP. And now from here, it is plus QR minus R minus PQ plus P. And from the last term, this one, this power, this is plus, why we are getting C minus 1? Why it is written C minus 1? No, it is rth terms. Yes, so it will be R minus 1. See, by mistake I write. And if like this, if you keep an eye on the last term, what you have written, so you can find the mistake also. So R minus 1, hope it is correct now. R here also. Okay, so RP minus P minus RQ plus Q. And now you can see all power should be cancelled out. but we'll check it, okay? It is not like that we have to get 0, so just make it 0. You see, plus PQ minus PQ cancelled, minus Q plus Q cancelled, plus R minus R cancelled, minus RP plus RP cancel, plus P minus P cancel, plus QR minus QR cancel. So we got R to the power 0, and any number to the power 0 is equal to 1, and which is right hand side. Okay, like this you can solve the question. Now next is, in a GP of positive terms, if any term is equal to the sum of next two terms, then find the common ratio. Okay, see, we have to find R, and how can we find? When we know two consecutive terms. So what they say here, sum of one term is equal to, suppose it is n, nth term I am taking, it is equal to the sum of next two terms. So next two terms will be a to the power an plus 1 and an plus 2. Just apply their formula. For GP it is a r to the power n minus 1, and it will be equal to a r to the power n plus a r to the power n plus 1. Now a can be taken common and it will be cancelled out. R to the power n also it will be taken common, so it will be 1 over r equal, here also r to the power n common, and it will be 1 plus r. Okay, r to the power n also cancelled out because it cannot be 0. So what we got here? We got 1 over r is equal to 1 plus r. By cross multiplication you will get a quadratic equation, r square plus r minus 1 is equal to 0. Now by using the quadratic formula we can solve the equation. So r is equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, I'm sure you know this formula, so that's what I have applied it directly. So it is, now you see, they say it is a positive term. So positive term means here you cannot have negative sign. So you will have only positive value. So minus 1 plus square root of 1 plus 4, 5 over 2. So it will be root 5 minus 1 divided by 2. This will be your answer. Okay. Now next is, find if the first and the nth terms of a GP are a and b respectively. See, first and nth term. So first term is a, no doubt this is the first term, no problem here. An is equal to an is equal, so an is equal to a r to the power n minus 1. Okay. Now what they say next, p is the product of first n terms, means p is equal to a times ar times ar square times ar cube and so on, ar to the power n minus 1. Okay, we'll have to simplify this little and then we can solve it further. So p is equal to, you see, a is multiplied how many times? N times. Okay, so if it is multiplied for n times, so it will be a to the power n. Now all powers of r will be added. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on up to n minus 1. So it will be p is equal to a to the power n times r to the power. Now you can see this power is an AP. Okay, and for AP n minus 1 term sum, it will be n into n minus 1 divided by 2. Okay, you can check with the formula of AP, which was n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Here you can put the values of a as 1, common difference d as 1 and n as n minus 1. So you will get this answer. Okay, now let's simplify it little. P is equal to, can we, I think no. Okay, no problem. So this is the value of P. We'll see what we have to do next. So what we can do here, they say prove that P square is equal to AB to the power N. AB to the power N, and where is B? B is that number, that nth term is B. Okay, so this is B here. I forgot to write here. This is B. Now let's take it as equation number 1. Okay, so here we can write as r to the power n minus 1. We can simplify it further. So p square is equal to a to the power 2n times r to the power n times n minus 1, and it will be p square is equal to a to the power 2n times r to the power n minus 1 times to the power n. Because power to the whole power, we can write it as whole power. Okay, so p square is equal to a to the power 2n times r to the power n minus 1. We can get value from here. It will be b upon a to the power n. So what you will get from here? You will get p square is equal to a to the power 2n times b to the power n upon a to the power n. In division, power will be subtracted, so it will be a to the power n times b to the power n, means ab to the whole power n. Like this you can prove it. You can have another methods also, okay, but it depends that what method is striking in your mind, so it's up to you. Now next question can be, if pth, qth, rth and sth terms of an AP are in GP. See, first of all they are in AP. So pth term AP will be equal to A plus P minus 1 into D. Okay, qth term will be AQ, means A plus Q minus 1 into D. Then rth term, it will be A plus R minus 1 into D, and sth term AS will be equal to A plus S minus 1 into D. Now these terms are in GP. So GP means, let's take it as A as the first term, let's take it as AR, that is the second term, and this as the third term means AR square, and this as the fourth term means AR cube, where A is the first term and R is the common ratio. Now what we have to show? We have to show that P minus Q and all these terms are in GP. So what we can do here? Just try to understand. We need to find these terms from these equations. So let's number all these equations. Let's say, for example, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. So 1 minus 2. If I am subtracting second equation from first, then what you will get? You see, A minus AR is equal to, see, I don't have that much space, so I am doing it little in short, okay? See, A will be cancelled out, this A will be cancelled out, and then minus 1 will be cancelled out, and you will get D times P minus Q. P minus Q times D, okay? And then from 2 minus 3, or from here what you can get? You can get P minus Q is equal to A common 1 minus R over D. This is the value of P minus Q. Like similarly, 2 minus 3, subtracting third equation from second equation, what you will get? AR minus AR square equal to, it will be Q minus R. Please make sure that you check this calculation, okay, that how I am getting P minus Q, how I am getting Q minus R, okay. So make sure that you are checking the calculation. It will be equal to, so Q minus R is equal to, AR can be taken common, 1 minus R divided by D. Next, sorry for that, 3 minus 4, it will be equal to AR square minus AR cube, and it will be equal to R minus S times D, that is AR square will be taken common, so R minus S will be equal to AR square times 1 minus R over D. Now you can see we have to prove all these things are in GP. So what you do here? Simply find P minus Q over Q minus R. So what it will be, where it goes? Okay, where it has gone now? Okay, I think something was clicked by mistake, so I will not write down because some disturbance will be there then. Okay, I will write here. This is P minus Q over Q minus R, and you see what you will get here? you will get A times 1 minus R over D divided by AR times 1 minus R over capital R it is divided by D. Now D is cancelled out, 1 minus R cancelled out, A cancelled out. So what you are getting here? 1 upon R. Similarly here what you are getting here? Q minus R divided by R minus S. So it is equal to AR times 1 minus R divided by D over AR square times 1 minus R divided by D. So D cancelled out, 1 minus R cancelled out, A cancelled out. So again we are getting 1 over R. So both the ratios are same. So therefore you can write the result P minus Q, Q minus R and R minus S are in GP. Okay, like this you can solve the question. No doubt some questions can take time, but if you are good in calculation and concepts are clear to you, then no question will create any problem for you. Okay, I'm sure you understood this lesson, and don't forget to watch my videos where I explained all the important questions of NCERT also. Okay, and if you think that such videos will help you to increase your knowledge, then please subscribe my channel and share with your friends. Thank you.